All right. Temur Company. The company part of Temur Company refers to this card here, the namesake, Collected Company. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. Put 2 creatures with converted mana cost 3 or less or among them into play. So to maximize this card, we're looking to play as many 3-mana creatures as possible. Essentially, we're looking for this card to generate 6 mana worth of threats. That being said, these adventure creatures are a great tool to pair with Collected Company because they allow us to have a high density of 3-mana creatures in our deck, but still have things to do with our mana early before turn 3 and we draw them naturally. So Lovestruck Beast can be a 1-drop. Bonecrusher, something that fills in on 2 with its stomp ability, but then we still get to have, 14, 18 very powerful 3s here. So one thing this particular build is trying to do is it is trying to play these triple green Steel Leaf Champion, which does make the mana a little bit tough. So we have 17 green sources in our mana base plus 8 copies of Mystic and Llanowar Elves. So we theoretically have 25 green here for Steel Leaf, which should be fairly castable. We got a couple of Stubborn Denials in here as an additional main deck disruption and also card that gets turned on by all of our powerful 3-drops here. Let's go ahead and dive on into a league here with this one and see how it goes. Thanks for running ads. It reminds me I forgot to resub. Thanks for the half a year, Third Degree. I appreciate the support. Welcome back. We do have a couple of Cobras here. We got some Rhonas the Indomitable. All right, now here's hoping our companies put 6 converted mana cost worth of things into play every time. Hey, congrats on the new gig, Pyro. That seems fine. Is this a build around? I'm not, Bob. Matt and Brad want to leave at like 4:30 and the PTQ would run longer than that. Once upon a time, there was a Lovestruck Beast. They take forever. Yeah, they're pretty medium content. I hate entertaining between rounds. Yeah, every Moto events take like 52 minutes per round. Yes, in triple layer coats and snow pants, my children went out in 30-degree weather and collected some candy last night. Declan only slipped on ice twice before I ended up dragging them back home. Why elves over goose? Well, there's a couple of reasons. The first is that the elves are 1/1s for Lovestruck Beast. The second is that this deck doesn't have any other food elements in it. So Elvish Mystic lets us cast a 3-drop on 3, and then a 3-drop on 2, and then a 4-drop on 3. Goose is a pretty lackluster card when you don't have a sustained food source for it. Yeah, having a bunch of Lovestruck Beasts here to start seems very good. I think I'm just going to crush this. I'm from Minnesota. I know all about ice and snow on Halloween. That is not the norm where I live. Am I about to get blown out? Yes. Yes is the answer. The answer to that question is almost assuredly yes. Yikes. What are land drops? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, hey, hey. So my opponent's going to draw 3 cards here, most likely. Oh, they get to draw all 5. Discarding your hand is part of the activation. That's vomit-inducing. It's been a while since I've looked at this card. So we're super dead. You're going to China at the end of the month. That sounds terrifying. So the problem, Punish, is that the size of the card is different in different artworks, and then there's random cards like split cards and the sagas that look bad with my face over it. So deck lists that are blank in the deck queue, Mike, are decks that are built around submissions that I've not built yet. I don't think that don't get built until we get closer. Cut companies, you're crazy. Are you crazy? I think you're crazy. Yeah, Knuckleblade might be a trim. He's kind of hard to cast. All right, I'm going to cut 1 company, because otherwise I'm going down to 26 creatures. Yeah, I was about to do it right before you said it, Marty. Just the card that makes sense to cut. Can I just ask my backlog? I think 2 months of tier 3 subs go to wherever you want the most. We'll do all the good nuts. I appreciate it. We've not played an Aristocrats deck in this format yet. Rage Quit. There's probably something in this format. There's actual cards with the Aristocrats in their name that are legal, but they're not something that I've worked on or played with. This is our 3rd Pioneer deck of the day. First two went kind of quick. No vehicles decks have been added as of yet. If you're having trouble getting the queue to load, that's because the Twitch mobile app doesn't like Bitleys. So if you click open it in your web browser, you should be able to get through. Well, this is quite the change from the previous game, huh? Yeah, there was a vampire devotion deck that did well in the first challenge event last weekend. I saw the folks on SCG Live playing a little bit of it on their stream. Seemed sweet. I did like a dozen houses with the kids, Jin. Declan managed to slip and fall twice in a dozen houses, but they were dead set on going out. To be fair, it was like mostly his fault because like he kept trying to like lean down to grab snow to play with it, and I was just like, stop trying to grab the snow and you will stop falling on your butt. I like, they have all their colors of mana. Are we about to get fumigated? Like, vehicles in Standard used to board into Fumigate. Like, is that what's about to happen? Are they about to fumigate me? Like, Mardu vehicles in Old Standard used to, like, pull up out of the sideboard into a control deck. Sure, thanks for the prices, I guess. Okay. Are we about to get Deafening Clarion? Sure. Okay. I guess. I'm just doing this. Go. Okay. Oh man, is this an open source Magic client? It looks not bad enough for a rough. Looks not bad for a rough draft of community built software. It's funny because it's true. Are they gonna shock this twice? Is that the plan? Yeah, like no blocks. An open source video game / card game client, it's an interesting idea and probably an awful idea. I mean, if you ever use Cockatrice or X-Mage, like two of those exist. X-Mage is written in Java. You can contribute. I've contributed code to X-Mage. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't know, like we saw Beaumont Couriers game 1 and like I don't know. Maybe they have a Death Shadow in there. Yeah, maybe. Last chance. Thanks for the 10 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, Temur's fine. It's just I don't know, they wild slashed my thing, which seemed weird. All right. They boarded in a bunch of sweepers. I'm going to cut these sages. And bring a Knucklebuster back in. Someone asked for an ETA on Mythgard. We're just starting this Pioneer deck, so probably, what's a good estimate? Probably like hour and a half till Mythgard. So this hand looks a little spell light on the surface, but like I get to go turn 2 Stomp, turn 3 Cast Giant, turn 4 Collected Company, so that seems good. I guess they boarded back into the deck we saw game 1. Yeah, you're always welcome to fill out the survey data. I don't think any single votes are gonna like move the needle at this point, but feel free. Feel free. Why Radiant Flames over Anger or Spaltering? Well, did you see that last game where I cast my card and I didn't kill my 3/3? Radiant Flames gives you more finesse. You have more control over what it's doing. If you got timed out for making a bad card recommendation, please consider making a good card recommendation in the future. If you don't know how to make a good card recommendation, there's tips in chat. I think I'm going to trade these. I think this like eats up their whole turn. I'm okay with that. Yep, Radiant Flames isn't double red in our deck that only has 10 red sources as well. Exclamation point card rec. We're going to 5 here, yep. Hopefully they attack in this Eidolon this turn. Well, they had 0 cards in their hand. And then they drew the best possible off the top. So I think we're dead. Man, if they hadn't drawn Hazoret here, we'd have actually killed them on the backswing, huh? So, like, if they'd have drawn a blank here, we'd have gone block, block, Knuckleblade, haste, kill you. It's pretty unfortunate. And a really strong hand there on the play. Us not having a 1-drop didn't help either. I don't know. I might be wrong to keep this. Doesn't have a dork and has Lovestruck Beast to play on 1. All right, just gotta believe, chat. Just gotta believe. Drew the land, found the dork, just like we drew it up. Never didn't have it, chat. Never didn't have it. I would imagine the Flamewake Phoenixes are in the sideboard as a recursive threat against removal-heavy decks. So like control decks that are going to be 1-for-1ing a bunch of your stuff. It's a card that can come back from the discard pile and get you some recurring value. You can always answer questions about the deck by typing !deck in chat or accessing the stream overlay widget that shows you the current deck list. The person who just asked, does this deck do X? And the time it takes you to ask that question, you can look it up. I'm going to company here rather than just playing out a single large threat because this way they have to have 2 removal spells to stop Rhonas from attacking. Sorry, Lovestruck Beast. Sugar, you're going down. They crackled our doom, chat. They crackled our doom. Somebody's been hurt by Boggles, chat. Somebody's been hurt by Boggles before. These are my cards. They're great. Heart's Desire. I feel like with 2 Sylvan Caryatids in play, I don't need to play around a sweeper. Famous last words. Don't need to play around a sweeper. All right. Temur squad goals. Alright, they Crackling Doomed me. I bet they have, like, if this is the 4-color deck Caleb Durward's been playing, they have Glory Banger and Siege Rhino, so Aether Gust seems great here. I'm gonna trim Stubby D, I think. Was Caleb playing Crackling Doom? Yeah, he was? Okay. Bonecrusher seems a little medium. And trim that one. Where did I end up on the ladder for October? I have no idea. Because the ladder rolled over, and for some absurd reason, automatically emailing everyone their ladder rank is not something that Arena does. Because apparently sending out an email automatically or an in-game message automatically based on your final ladder standing is computationally difficult to program. Yeah, or even just showing it in client. Why is there a delay? We gonna once upon a time in response here, so they can't take my land. They took my cocoa, chat. I was in love with the cocoa and they just took it away. They took it away. Glad we drew another good 3-drop here. Assume we'll lose Steel Leaf Champion. We could lose Knucklebuster. He's ready. He's ready to go. The Ogre Warrior and I. Mr. Ogre Warrior and I, we go way back. Was that a good draw? I feel like that was a good draw. Do I Llanowar Elves here and just hold up Aether Gust? How do we feel about that? I think I like it. We've not mistake, as always. You can always find everything that we've played on my website. You can click Videos Pioneer, and 100% of the things that we play end up there. I'm going to go ahead and cast this Collected Company now, leaving up red. That way if we find a Knucklebuster, we can give him haste. So miss 1 damage by attacking with an elf, but get potential for 4 more. I believe both Todd Anderson and Newmont are streaming the PTQ today for Pioneer. I expect they'll both be on some amount of delay. I believe that event starts in a little over an hour. About an hour. A little under an hour. 11:05. Yeah, I'm gonna do the Nerd Rage tournament. It's been a while since I've done an event. I'm looking forward to taking a trip with Maddie. Matt and Brad are good people. They're fun to drive with, and like doing a one day event instead of a whole weekend's nice. So get like half a weekend with the kids. How long is the drive? It's like 3 hours. It's not too bad. Listen, the NRG event is a small production done by an independent tournament series that no way has the backing of $1 million company. So of course it has official coverage at it, unlike a Grand Prix. Why wouldn't it? I think you should appreciate good guy Jeff there. If you're looking for specific content he's not doing, instead of getting angry for people referring to other channels, he wholeheartedly refers and contributes to the discussion. Yeah, I can't help but chuckle when like bad faith scumbags tell me I'm just calling out people like Todd Stevens because I don't like other content creators. Like, I probably do more than most to promote other people making Magic content. It's really kind of wild how far people go out of their way to defend sexual predators. Just unfathomable to me. What's the reason we don't play Oko in this deck? All right, so here's the thing you missed. Instead of you saying, Jeff, tell me why my card sucks. Instead, tell me why your card's good. Tell me why your card is worth playing instead of expecting me to write a dissertation back to you telling you why I'm not playing it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, take that, Stubby D. You take it. You take it. You get that once upon a time. Get it out of here. It's not even about not playing Oko because I'm tired of the card. Like, the person that typed in a second time, they missed the most important part. Like, it's easy to talk about what a card does just by reading me the text box of a card, but what a card does and what does it do for my deck are two different things, and that distinction is how you sort out what cards you want to be playing and what cards you don't want to be playing. The correct way to approach deck building, in my opinion, is you're supposed to look at your deck and you're supposed to identify a problem that your deck has and then try and identify a solution to that problem by adding a card to your deck. And in my opinion, I didn't see a problem that this deck has that's being solved by adding Oko to it. And if you see a problem that we have that's being solved by making that change, please tell me. But at a glance, I don't see one. Is my TLDR takeaway. When I ask what a card does for our deck, I'm not asking you to tell me the text box of that card. I'm asking you to give context to specific situations in which we have problems. Matchups that are going to be hard, situations that are frequent in the format that are fixed by it. The devil is in the details. Being detailed, focused, and specific will get you very far in life, just like in Magic. This deck doesn't have enough Elks, therefore we need Okos. Fair. What do you think, chat? Is Teferi looking to get knucked up? I think Teferi's looking to get knucked up. And like the actual answer too is like, this format's new, this deck is new. This deck might have problems that Oko solves, but I don't know what those problems are offhand because I haven't played with this deck a bunch and I'm only still learning my way around in the format. Sure. Let's trade. As long as Blizzard wants to stifle people supporting democracy and freedom, I will not be giving Blizzard any of my time or my money. Yeah, right, Greg? Right, Greg? There's no lazy takes here. So I assume they got a Saheeli, or they got Oath of Mist. So maybe they already have a Saheeli. Oh, this thing has First Strike. I'm so dumb. All right, take two. We're probably dead anyways. They're still at 20. Aether Gust breaks up their combo. I think Gust is actually better than Stubborn Denial here, just because Gust can impact the board, and like 3 mana Teferi can lock us out of this card. It's a mix of the two, Crooker. We don't really know what's good yet. I mean, Spellbreaker dodges interaction for a very narrow window. You want Flamewake just as a flyover to beat down walkers? I can see that. I can see that being okay. What am I trimming? Is Lovestruck Beast maybe not good enough in the face of Teferi? Yeah, I think there's a very real chance that, like, Oko gives us too many non-creature spells, and then Collected Company has its returns diminished. In Sure. So if we think large creatures are a problem, but like how many decks are playing large creatures in this format? And then how many decks that are playing those large creatures can we not just clear with Aether Gust or go wide around them? So again, like, I'm not saying Oko is definitely right or definitely wrong. What I'm saying is the person that recommended it expected me to do all the justification. And if you ever expect to get good and get better at creating decks, like putting some effort into the points you're trying to make will make you better at that, whereas me spoon feeding you, yes, you're right or yes, you're wrong, isn't going to do that. We're all about teaching to fish here. Past teaching to fish. The thing that makes me turn off a Magic stream faster than almost anything else is when a streamer sits there and just like tells chat why their card suggestions are bad. Yeah, Thalia's Lancers is generally indicative of the Vanasphere version. I'm gonna go ahead and just stomp their face here, just so I can play a 4-3 next turn. I think I just want to apply as much pressure as possible here. So this will kill Saheeli, this will attack them. I have so much mana, I'm gonna throw this elf away to make the Scavenging Ooze bigger. So Steel Leaf Champion cannot be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. So this sneaks right on by Saheeli. The Dominaria triple 3-drop cycle was so awesome. If we just ignore the black one, like the black one's like comically bad compared to the rest, right? Poor Shade. How about double haste threat? How about, you didn't even let me put my Phoenix into play. Opponent got a little knucked up there. Yeah, it needed a keyword real bad. If it had like lifelink, maybe it would have seen some play. I'm throwing some shade at the black one. It's kind of refreshing in a way. Usually the white card in whatever the cycle is gets shafted. Or the red one. Usually the white or the red tends to be the worst. You want like a minimum of 25 to 28 creatures for Coco. Once doesn't bind non-creatures. It's auto-including green decks. That's basically what this is a Coco deck. Yeah. And like another thing to consider too is like, I have 28 creatures in my deck right now, but this isn't really a Coco hit, right? And I can't cut my accelerants. So like, I basically only have 20 good collected company hits as is. And if I'm cutting, you know, 2 to 4 of these hits for Oko, which is a good card, my collected companies, which is the card my deck's trying to maximize, becomes worse and worse and worse. Oh, I'm looking forward to listening to Nancy talk. I usually watch Colbert posts all of his stuff on YouTube for the day after. So usually I watch his previous night stuff while I'm doing post-stream stuff. It's one of my favorite late nights. Opponent mulligan to 6. Our hand's fine. If this Once Upon a Time finds a Llanowar Elf, which it's likely to, we're like, I believe on the draw, we're like 70% to find a mana dork with this. So there's 53 cards in our deck. We have 8 dorks. We get 6 looks with a draw. So we're 64.5% to find a 1 mana accelerant with this Once Upon a Time or our draw step. Yeah, John Oliver's another good one. He's only on once a week, though. Look at that. We are the 64.5% chat. 64.5% of the time, it happens every time. Shade saw some standard play. That's not true. Where did it see play? What deck did it see play in? I think I want to go Scooz plus Elf here. Just like get some Coco, some sweet Coco next turn. Is draft considered standard play? I mean, if your draft deck had 60 cards, it was standard legal, right? That's how that works. Wow, brutal. Super punished. Let me just use all 3 of my mana this turn, I think. For extra, I don't know what Extra Life Weekend is. Okay, dog. I don't have a clue. Now I've got 2 clues. Hopefully we're going to be clueless in a second here and crack these and draw some cards. Actually, we really just want to draw an untapped land next turn so we can, actually, if we draw an untapped land, do we just, like, knuck them up? Yeah, I think if we draw an untapped land, we're just, like, second Knuckleblade crack you. I think if we brick out a land, we'll crack the clue to draw for it. All right, could be dead next turn. Could be dead next turn. No fear, charge. That sounds like a lot of clunk in the trunk, Necker. All right, if they have a 1-drop and a way to cast a Saheeli, we could be dead here. I've also seen people doing Renegade Rallier Chains and ending on a haste creature, but I assume you don't fit that in with the Thalia's Lancer Saheeli package. Yeah, I know what Extra Life is generically, but I don't know how it relates to Cheers on Twitch, K-Dog. Great, that's a Once Upon a Time. Alright, Shock to 6, sure. Scale of 1 to dead, where am I at here? Reflector Mage, that's incredibly rude. What kind of 4-drop do you have? The Mythgard decks are listed in the stream title. You'll draft Tyson. You have a deck queue going for that one too, so it's going to be organized just like everything else around here. Yep. That's actually a great draw. Because now I can attack with both of these, and they have to block Knuckleblade, because otherwise I pump it and it kills them. And if they block Scavenging Ooze, I get to Bonecrusher whatever they block Scooze with. And then I can crack a Clue with my other 2 mana, hopefully play a land, and then I have a Hasty Knuckleblade next turn. No one has redeemed shilling rewards past 10k yet. No, you can only craft 1 card at a time. There is just Reflector Mage in the art. I guess I can save my Scooze. Yeah, I should save my Scooze. Rather than drawing a card. This Stomp might prompt a concession. Go. They know about this other Knuckleblade because they know about the other Knuckleblade because they Reflector Maged it. Yeah, that pops up at random. They added that a couple of months ago. Who's going to be the first person to claim the Shillionaire title? I added the Shillionaire option. So if you cash in 1,000,000 shillings, you can get a custom Discord title. I need this roll. I had to put something in there so the whales had something to work towards. I wanted people who wanted to hoard to have something to work towards. It will then have a lasting impact for them. Whale call. Sure. If you cash in a Shillionaire, I'll give you a free deck right to the top of its format too. There, people wanted to add decks to the queue. You cash in the Shillionaire title, I'll let you put a deck in the queue right at the top. One deck right to the top. Cash in the Shillionaire title. Alright, I think I want to lead on Steel Leaf Champion here. Maybe it's right to lead on Rhonas, because then I can stub next turn. Yeah, this might be wrong, actually. Yeah, I think maybe I'm supposed to lead on Rhonas, because the next turn I could go Steel Leaf with stub up. According to my calculations, based on average daily shillings earned, There will be 290 streams worth of saving up. Yeah, it should take about a year's worth of shillings to get the Shillionaire title. A year from now, there's about to be a flood of decks. Maybe. You do not get points from me hosting people. No. Strategic planning there, a little bit of card selection. Opponent's likely playing the blue-red Phoenix deck. Sure. They'd been to third Arclight Phoenix. Vomit. Quicken. Yep. That is one of the few playable blue cantrips in this format, huh? Well, I get to stub that, but they're getting triple bird back here. Am I 1 point short of lethal? Man, I'm 1 point short of lethal. I can pump with Rhonas and then stomp them. Yeah, they're supposed to attack me with everything here. The rally deck was super mediocre. Yeah, it's the first game we didn't see a Scavenging Ooze. Do I cut Lovestruck Beast because our deck has a lot of shocks in it? I feel like at least some of these want to go. I don't have a good way to interact with Thing in the Ice in my 75, which is probably a mistake. Some Lava Coil or Roast out of the sideboard is probably a good idea. I'm just going to board pretty minimally. I want to say, keep up the awesome content. I really like the interaction options in Pioneer. Not having extremely ubiquitous and efficient spells like Bolt in the format other than Thoughtseize makes the interaction much more interesting. I agree. Making the cards being weaker breeds creativity and diversity. How'd the survey go? Survey lined up about how I was expecting it to go. This was the first time since I started doing sub-surveys a little over a year ago that Standard was not the most popular thing. Which is not too unsurprising considering the sad state of current Standard. There's a reason why people are bailing out of Standard all over the place. We did get to untap with the Elf, which is exciting. I want to be a Shillionaire so bad. Watch all of the decks I'll never have. I want to be on the front page of Twitch's top streams, smiling next to Oko and to Steve. I don't know what tune that's supposed to be. That's supposed to be to I Want to Be a Millionaire. I don't know the tune of that song offhand. Yeah, it's an okay draw. Now, because there aren't like mana morphos or free spells in this format, I don't have to worry about this flipping next turn, which is nice. So I'm going to get another hit in here, which is good. I'm probably going to end up slightly short again, though. Like, I get to get in for like 11 next turn, potentially, and then I can stomp them, but like they're at 16, so that's still not going to be good enough. Oh, now that was a good draw, chat. Are you ready? Because Bonecrusher is ready to bring it. We're doing swell, Jay the Beard. So I'm going to wait for them to make a decision on how they're discarding here before I double stomp this. So I want them to not know that this is dying when they choose what they discard. Yeah, Bonecrusher's a real good Magic card. Real good Magic card. They're gonna have to jump block here. Brutal. Top. Actually, that was wrong, right? That doesn't have haste. The mix of overall power level dying, all the colors have equally powerful cards. The mixture of dual lands makes the format interesting. Makes me wonder if printing a Onslaught fetches into Modern was a mistake. Yeah, possibly. So I didn't swing with the elf because I want 6 mana available to me this turn, I think. Do I? I don't know. I think I do. I think I just hit them for 4 here. And then I Scavenging Ooze. I can eat their Phoenix. And I can play this Bonecrusher Giant. So that way, if they flip this thing in the ice, I get a shock back to my hand. Oh, that's a good call. I can do this twice? No, you made me forget. Nah, you made me think I didn't know what Knucklebuster did. Activate this ability only once per turn. Listen, I've probably top 8'd more major tournaments with this card than everybody in chat combined. I know the text box on this Knucklebuster. Thanks for the 10 months of support there, Frost Kitty. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I only played good cards. Flex your knowledge of the Savage Boy. Ah! Am I dead yet? Am I dead yet? Do you have another slash, another slash, another slash? We are dead to another slash. Do 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 do. That matchup felt unwinnable. Definitely need some number of lava coil, fry, roast in the sideboard. Being a creature deck and not having a way to take Thing in the Ice off the table in this format seems like a pretty big mistake. There's no Once Upon a Time here, but I'm going to keep this. Like, if we miss on the land on turn 2, I get to go, like, Elf plus Heart's Desire, which seems fine. We're 2-2 so far with this one. We can race Phoenixes a lot of the time, or eat them with Scavenging Ooze, so I think if we can kill, well, hand meat cookie jar. Never didn't have it, chat. Never didn't have it. I'm just saying, if I saw a Savage Knuckleblade walking towards me, I'd move to the other side of the street. %10 luck, 15% skill, 30% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. Blue-black control, sweet. Get to test out those, man, they really do not like our mana creatures, huh? Get to test out those Flamewake Phoenixes from the board. You have great musical taste. Listen, I just grew up in the 90s, okay? I'm just a product of my environment. Basically a boomer. Lava Coil would kill Kalitas, too. Boomers are great by their stuff. Hard pass. Hard pass on boomers are great by their stuff. Yes, Captain Buckles. Anybody, so I've increased the price of deck submissions for the time being while the queue's backed up, but anybody I sent an approval email to that didn't get a message back or that didn't donate for it yet, you are welcome to get your deck in still. Thanks for the 6 months, Captain Buckles. I appreciate it. I have a list of decks I approved already, by the way. So don't think you can pull a sneaky on me and slip one in. Thanks for the 6 months, Beefcake. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I assume what is the age range on baby boomers technically? Because millennials is super wide. So are boomers equally wide? Because, like, my parents are, like, in their mid-50s, right? Oldest boomers are, like, 70s. Youngest are barely in their 50s. Yeah. It's, like, 20 years, right? Remember the website? I have Pioneer on it. After the first set of bans on Monday, I'm going to start putting deck lists for Pioneer on the website next week. 49 to 64. Yeah, and, like, there's a bunch of different definitions depending on where you ask, too. Boomer is a state of mind. My wife and I adopted a policy in the last couple elections to stop voting for who we've deemed to be old white guys that need to not be in politics anymore. Status quo Joe. Nothing will fundamentally change Biden. No, I'm pretty sure like Joe Biden and Donald Trump are too old to be a boomer. Yeah, like they're really old, chat. Wait, weren't they blue-black last game? It's been kind of a blur. I'm kind of blurring in and out here, but I feel like they were blue-black last game. Phoenix is a pretty good hit here. Phoenix with Rhonas is super hot. Because even though this can't attack, it's still a 5 power creature to bring back Flamewake. Thanks for the 16 months, Cold Shoulder. Welcome back. How have the decks been? They've been a little bit of a medium bag. I feel like we had a bit of good fortune to hit a bunch of good Pioneer decks early. We've had some more middling decks recently. Losing company really sucks here, because it means we probably can't attack with Rhonas here. Nothing but net. Nothing but net. They could have a fatal push here to push Steel Leaf Champion off a cliff. This can only attack if we have a creature with 5 power or more. 4 power or more? 4 power or more. Any idea what might get banned on Monday? No idea. When to Coco main or end of opponent's turn? I always think about that. It depends on like if you're playing around sweepers and if you have haste creatures. Those are the two considerations. Really, they're more mid-rangey. Okay. So like the only creature we saw last game was Kalitas. I'm gonna take Knuckleblade here. If I draw a land next turn, I can play Knuckleblade with the ability to bounce it. Oh! Yeah, that's totally true. We can pump Phoenix. Yeah, that's super true. That's definitely what I should have done. Not close. Not close, should have pumped Phoenix and attacked with Rhonas. Look at that. Look at that competitive Twitch chat advantage. Once upon a time, I would not be confident in buying. If I was someone who's worried about cards I'm buying getting banned, once upon a time would be on the list of things I would be hesitant to put money into. I'm not casting Savage Knuckleblade into the Languish on top of their deck. So I'm gonna activate Rhonas again here and make my Phoenix a 6. Hey, Captain Buckles, thanks for the tip. I appreciate it. We'll get that added in after I'm done today. I need a hero too. I need a hero. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Was there a line to catch Phoenix as a double activate? Yeah, maybe. Wow, are we really not languishing here? I could cast it last turn. I had double red. Monday is a scheduled announcement. So they announced that every Monday they will be posting updates to Pioneer. They said they were going to be aggressively managing the Pioneer ban list. So I'm actually not attacking with Rhonas here, because what they want to do is they want to chump block with Courser. Actually, they're just dead, right? If they don't have a thing. Sure. Yep. Now this is unfortunate because it lets Scavenging Ooze live. So if I actually would have killed them this turn if I would have played Phoenix the previous turn instead of double pumping. So like, something to consider. A mighty bump for blue-white Narset. Will do, Polly. And now they get to eat both my Phoenixes. And their last card's Abrupt Decay, right? So I'm hoping to get double 4-power creature here, so that way I can attack with Rhonas and they're forced to chump block. Alright, Bonecrusher Giant's pretty good, because it means if they want to stop Rhonas from attacking, they have to take 2, and then Flamewake kills them. So those are actually good hits too. Flamewake was super impressive here. I believe they're just dead. They can gain 3. Well, they're not just dead. They can gain 3 and then chump block Rhonas because he has Death Touch. I literally just explained why I'm not getting back Phoenix's, chat. Here's an extra large version. Welcome back, Sepia. Scavenging Ooze is real good, yep. Alright, Courser and Scooze. I don't think I want Aether Gust. I think I'm just happy with my Stubborn Denials. Think about trying Moto to play Pioneer. As someone who's never used it for a mana trader, help me try a lot of decks. Rental services are the best way to try a lot of different decks. That is true. His deck's been okay. This deck needs some amount of ways to kill Thing in the Ice and Kalitas, but other than that, it's felt okay. Sure, but if they exile one of my Phoenixes, I don't kill them. Whereas if I collected company there, I could kill them. Flame Flash is not legal. Lava Coil's legal, though. Lava Coil's probably pretty reasonable. There's only 2 rental services that exist. One is Mana Traders, one is Card Hoarder. I've not used either personally. Sure. They could literally gain 3 life. Does nobody know what Scavenging Ooze does? I just put Scavenging Ooze up on the big screen, and people are still completely confused as to what Scavenging Ooze text is. Mizium. I think Mizium Mortars isn't realistic. I think it's much worse than Lava Coil. My deck only has 10 red sources in it. I'd assume Magic Online is probably one of the biggest barriers for people to get into Pioneer. It's hard to get Oko or Teferi decks, so it's hard to get the good decks. Got it? Still waiting for my LGS to host Pioneer events, so I have to drive half an hour away. I think you're going to see Pioneer in a lot of places before long. Maybe I should have, after I drew this, maybe I should have let on Mana Confluence so I could turn 2 Flamewake Phoenix. Yeah, I think I messed up here. If I would have sequenced differently, if I would have gone Confluence into Elf. All right, they're killing this, so it doesn't matter. Sure. Here's Oko. It's your boy, elking your stuff. I think I just smack him for 4, right? I think that's just the plan. Next turn I can play Basic Forest and then Collected Company with Red up to haste another Knuckleblade. If Oko elks my Knuckleblade, we're still in an okay spot. They're elking their food, that makes sense. They have another blocker here, we could maybe be in trouble. Abrupt Decay, yep. Wow, that's super aggressive. Yeah, I think that's super wrong. Alright. Now I can just Flame Wake and attack Oko for 3, right? Seems like a low value Oko. Why does the 5K mean I can't play the PTQ? Because the 5K is 3 hours from my house. And the PTQ, if I do well in the PTQ, is like a 10-hour commitment. Yeah, like, perspective, that was a bad Oko. It gained 7 and made a 3-3. There's close to 400 people to PTQ. Vomit. That's a medium Collected Company. We're probably dead here. Yeah, just can't. This deck doesn't seem like it has the tools to race Oko. If you guys want, if you all want a little bit of perspective on Magic Online, this is, and you want perspective on why it took so long for Arena to be invented and come about. There's almost 400 people in that Magic Online tournament. Each of those Magic Online players paid $30 to play in that tournament. So that tournament took in $12,000 in entry fees, and it pays out digital product to everyone except first. So just random tournament on a Friday, took in $12,000, pays out, cost them $0 to pay out the prizes. Yep, no staff, no venue. Moto makes lots of dollars. There are 3 creatures in our bin currently for the Skoos. Money doesn't grow on trees, it grows on schmucks. Yeah, but you had to pay for that digital currency, Nineball. That digital currency cost you money. And if you can say, well, you earned that money playing in tournaments, so you earned it, you didn't actually spend it, that's not how that works. Someone else had to spend that money so you could win it. Who's got 2 thumbs and scoops to languish? This guy right here. Yeah, and you have to get all the cards required to play your deck. Okay, we've killed the second Oko. We're slightly ahead on board, and we've killed the second Oko. Good luck, Godspeed. Please keep missing land drops and draw only 4 cost things. Yeah, I agree. I think if Wizards took the time to implement an official tournament system on Magic Arena, they would make similar amounts of money with $30 to enter tournaments on Magic Arena as well. They tapped off of their second green here. Wonder if they have Drown in the lock? No, they could have left up a green for Drown, right? Are they gonna dig? They have 6 mana. I bet they dig. Yeah, we're dead. Yeah, I agree. I bet they could run Grand Prix-sized tournaments on Magic Arena every single weekend. Don, we will be going back to doing some standard next week. So if the schedule on my website lets you flip week to week, I can actually pull it up here. So my approximate schedule for next week is going to look something like this. It's going to be standard on Monday and Wednesday afternoons, Mythgard Tuesday, Thursday, and then Pioneer 5 days a week because Pioneer is great. Looks like too much data. I think 2 days is right. Anywho, as far as this deck was concerned, I don't know. This deck was doing kind of cute things, but I feel like the overall power level is just not quite there. Collected Company being our only real way to generate card advantage doesn't seem real. No, Standard's not changing till the 18th. They posted an announcement that there would not be emergency Standard bans. So the next scheduled ban announcement for Standard is the 18th, Mr. Bips. So, I don't know. Overall, I think if you wanted the Knuckleblade people, this felt kind of okay, but in terms of overall power level compared to other decks I've been playing in the format, this felt kind of underwhelming. I think if I was going to play it again, I would include some amount of Lava Coil or Roast in the sideboard, because killing both Thing in the Ice and killing Kalitas are cards that I would prioritize that this deck is currently unable to take off the table, and I think it's really important to be able to take those cards off the table in these creature decks. They just you need to kill them on sight or you're going to lose the game. I think if you add any number of non-creature spells to this deck, you have to cut creatures. And if you're cutting creatures at this point, you're going to have to get rid of Collected Company. So that's my takeaway on that. I think there's a lot of different Temur things you could do and explore, but if you want to be in Collected Company, what I currently have here is the minimum number of creatures you can play. All right.